Hi, I'm Crystal, and today I want to go over the 5 best home cleaning services that you can book online. Trying to find the best home cleaning service for you can feel a little daunting and scary. You'll have strangers coming into your home, there's a potential for high fees, and you'll need to track down the companies that do the job that you need, have a good reputation, and serve your area. It's a lot. I've always been a little bit iffy about having strangers come into my home and clean, and then sometimes I just feel guilty about not being able to keep up with all of it myself. So, no more of that. I've recently gotten over the fear of letting strangers in my house to come clean, and I'm just letting go of the guilt because we're all busy. So I set out to find some of the best home cleaning options available that you can even book online. There's no need to play phone tag or worry about your schedule and theirs syncing up. And being the scattered, phone-hating introvert that I am, I really appreciate the ability to go ahead and book online whenever I think about it without having to stress out over making a phone call. Obviously, I'm not just going to go with the first company that pops up, so I have some criteria to consider, and I'm looking at ease of scheduling, pricing, what you get for the price, coverage areas, and their business models like a subscription versus or membership versus one-time cleanings. Now I'm interested in regular cleanings, but I know everybody's not, so I went ahead and included which service is good for which type of cleaning, so you can get matched with the one that you want. For example, somebody who wants regular house cleaning might need a different service than somebody who just needs a deep clean because it's been a rough patch in their life and they need to reset, or somebody who needs a move in or move out clean. The first one I want to talk about is Homeaglow. Their prices and user friendliness of their site really stood out to me, kind of blew me away. Everything seems so effortless when you go to their site. It kind of feels like walking into a sparkling clean room. When you sign up for a voucher there, you'll get about 75% off of the regular price, so you could get your first cleaning for as little as $19. You'll be committing to a 6-month membership though, so keep that in mind. And the membership is $59 a month, and you get a $30 per hour discount on each cleaning after that. You will need to enter your zip code to see what the standard rates are for your area because it can vary, but then you'll get $30 off of that hourly rate. And if you're interested, you can go ahead and grab a voucher and hold it for almost a year before you ever schedule your first cleaning. The monthly membership won't start until they've done that cleaning. So once you're in and all set up, you will be able to schedule, reschedule, and cancel your appointment straight from your dashboard. From that dashboard, you'll even be able to see your cleaner's profile, reviews, and even chat with them once they've accepted the appointment. You have options. You can choose the 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour, or 6-hour voucher. But what do you get within those windows of time? So all of those include cleaning your kitchen. The 2-hour clean includes a bathroom, but no bedroom cleaning. The 3-hour option adds on a bedroom, so you get 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. The 4-hour gets you 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And then the 6-hour option covers 3 or more bathrooms and bedrooms. Their most popular option is the 3-hour cleaning, which you can get for $19 for your first cleaning. If you need another hour, the price jumps up to $39. If you need 6 hours or so of cleaning, then you can expect to pay about $79 for that first appointment. Still, that's a steal compared to other rates. To break down what you get even further, they bring the supplies that they use, even the vacuum, so nothing's on you there. The kitchen cleaning includes dishes, microwave cleaning, and appliance exteriors. The bedroom cleaning includes making the bed and folding your laundry. Bathroom cleaning includes the toilet, sink, showers, mirrors, and folding and hanging the towels. All the rooms are organized, dusted, and vacuumed. Premium services can also include washing and folding laundry, cleaning inside the refrigerator and oven, cleaning the insides of the cabinets, and cleaning the interior windows and walls. I really like this one because it seems like the best for affordability, especially if you will need multiple cleanings and you're okay with committing to 6 months or more. They also do a lot for you for that rate. Some of the pros, as I mentioned, the affordability is great. The pricing's transparent. You don't even have to go in and sign up for anything just to see how much everything costs. You might have to put in your zip code, but that's a lot less than a lot of other options ask for. The vouchers are refundable if you don't use them. They're really helpful when you're trying to decide which voucher to choose. They break it all down for you so you know what you're getting. You can book additional cleanings at 50% off with the membership. Cleaners are background checked. You can request the same cleaner if you prefer, if there's somebody you feel especially comfortable with. Appointments are available 7 days a week, and you can find a cleaner whenever you need one, even if you need somebody the next day. You don't have to book far out in advance. And they're available in all 50 states. No service is perfect, so there are some cons here. The first one is the most obvious one, the membership. If you don't want a membership, that's definitely a con for you. If you just need a one-time cleaning, then the membership's probably not going to be the best. The membership terms felt confusing at first. They weren't misleading, but I was a little bit confused until I dove in, entered my info, and kind of got the rundown on how everything works. But it was all in a nice, easily digestible list once I got to that point. So it's pretty transparent. And you can't see the scheduling options or what the process is like until you sign up with your email and phone number. Next on the list is Handy. I appreciated how quickly they got to the point here. You select house cleaning services and they are immediately showing you how you can schedule an appointment. You just fill in a quick bit of information about where you live and how many bedrooms and bathrooms you have and the day and time you'd like the appointment to go ahead and get started. Pricing, as usual, is going to be dependent on where you live and how many bedrooms and bathrooms you have that they'll need to clean. You can add the insides of your cabinets, inside the fridge, inside the oven, laundry, washing and drying, and or interior windows for an extra fee. They'll bring the supplies and then you can have a checklist so they make sure they do everything to your standards. They also have an app, so if you're not home when the cleaner arrives, you can see when they get there and monitor their progress as they work through your home. So what do you get when you book? That's the important question. So the bedroom, living room, and common areas are dusted. All the mirrors and glass are wiped down. Floors are cleaned. Garbage and recycling are taken out. In the bathroom, the toilet, shower, tub, and sink are all washed and sanitized. The accessible surfaces are dusted. All the mirrors and glass fixtures are wiped down. The floors are cleaned. And the garbage and recycling are taken out there too. In the kitchen, they're gonna dust for you, empty the sink, load the dishwasher, do the exterior of the stove, the oven, fridge. Those get wiped down, exteriors. The floors are cleaned, and the garbage and recycling are taken out there too. And then the extras that cost more, usually by about a half hour as far as time and cost go, they can clean inside the cabinet, inside the fridge, inside the oven, do the laundry for you, washing and drying, or clean your interior windows. So I think Handy is best for flexibility and truly last-minute appointments. Some of the pros to Handy, they're on Rakuten, so if you have an account there, you might be able to save some money that way. They quickly get to the pricing and scheduling point, which is kind of important. There's no sales page to scroll through or anything like that. You can easily see what extras are available, so you can add those onto your booking without having to go search for them. Within your membership, you can still change frequency, reschedule, or save cleanings for later. And bookings are available every day of the week between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m., so it's going to work with your schedule most likely. Cleaners are background checked. They do try to give you the same cleaner every time, so you get the best match for the task, and you get to know and trust the person coming to your home, which is really important for me, I know. And if you have a favorite cleaner or two, you can add them to a list, so Handy will try to match you with them first before they have to move on to other cleaners if they're not available. Now for the Handy cons. You'll need to commit to at least 3 months of monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly house cleanings, but you can also get a 6-month or 12-month package if you prefer to commit to that many. You'll save a little bit if you commit longer. Canceling early is going to incur a $99 fee. They will match you with a cleaner when you need the appointment, which takes some of the initial control out of your hands, but that might not always be a bad thing. And then coverage seems to be limited to larger towns and major cities in the US, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Next up, we have Maid. I'm pretty sure I've seen those cars driving around town. They stand out for their wide range of options. When you go to the site and choose residential, you'll see options like recurring cleaning, apartment and condo cleaning, eco-friendly cleaning, one-time cleaning, move-in cleaning, move-out cleaning, thorough home cleaning, and special event cleaning. So they have you covered. Their people that they hire are background checked, and then they're trained and licensed, so you can generally know what to expect and then know that they're held accountable to outside standards. So the packages are generally customizable based on what you need, and they emphasize thoroughness. What you get when you book depends on what you need, since they have so many options. So as an overview, here's kind of what you can expect. In the kitchen, they will dust, clean the floors, remove cobwebs, empty the trash, clean the exteriors of the cabinets, do the cleaning and sanitization of countertops, sinks, stovetops, and the microwave. In the bathroom, they will scrub and sanitize the showers, tubs, toilets, sinks, plus shine all the mirrors, clean the countertops and floors, take out the trash, and refresh your small rugs. In the bedroom, they will make your bed, dust thoroughly, mop or vacuum depending on what you need there, and sanitize the high-touch areas. In the living area, they do a thorough dusting, including blinds and ceiling fans. They'll vacuum or mop the floor and clean any glass that's in there. For special events, they will help you prepare or clean up after it's done. And then for move in or move out, you'll get a detailed cleaning once the home is empty, either before you move or after you move out or before you move in. I feel like Maid is best if you need a one-time cleaning or customizable plan. Their pros, the first one is there's no membership required, so you don't have to make a commitment if you don't want to or you just need the one-time cleaning. They have variety in the different types of cleanings available. You can have some control over the products that they use, so if you want eco cleaning, that means they're going to use non-toxic products as much as they can, optimize their travel routes, reduce product waste, reuse bottles, avoid petroleum, ammonia, and alcohol. They do a background check on each applicant, and then they train them to meet their standards, and they're also insured. They'll bring everything they need to clean your house, which is especially nice if you don't have a powerful vacuum, because they're going to bring one. And to be eco-friendly and sometimes more effective, they will use microfiber cloths and pads instead of paper towels, and like a cotton mop. The Maid cons are that they're expensive compared to the membership-based services, which makes sense. If you sign up for more, then you're gonna typically save more money. The cost is gonna depend on the type of cleaning you need, where you live, frequency you want, so it varies, and you'll have to contact them to get a quote, which means you're gonna be giving up your email address and your phone number to get that free quote. And you don't get to choose your house cleaner. They're gonna send the person that fits the appointment you select. So, and there's also less flexibility in their scheduling. So it's probably gonna be between 8 and 5 that they'll show up and clean your house. They don't guarantee an exact arrival time either. You'll get a time frame of 3 to 4 hours. They also don't declutter, do laundry, or wash dishes. They're gonna request a 72-hour notice if you have to cancel, which seems a little bit long compared to others. And their coverage seems to be limited to larger US cities. So Maid will be best for one-time cleanings and if you need a really customizable plan. And next up, we have Maids, which offers recurring cleaning options, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. They also have one-time cleanings, specialty cleanings. They're similar to Maid that way. Depending on where you live, you might not have access to the specialty cleaning, but if you do, you can have them focus on a particular area. So if you really need somebody to get in and do a detailed cleaning of your oven or your refrigerator or your kitchen appliances or even your walls, they can do that for you. And on the flip side, if you have special guidelines for them, like you want them to avoid cleaning a particular area, say you have family heirlooms and you'd rather just deal with that yourself, they can stay out and focus on another area a little bit more. They're happy to accommodate any kind of requests like that you might have. So as a general overview of what you can expect is customizable recurring home cleanings. You can expect that they'll dust your common areas, kitchen, bathrooms, they'll vacuum and mop, they'll clean and polish the bathroom surfaces like the sinks, toilets, showers, tubs. They'll clean the exteriors of your kitchen appliances, and you can get them to do more detailed interior cleaning, but that'll cost you extra. They'll empty your trash and recycling. They'll wipe down your cabinets and furniture. If you want to do the one-time detailed cleaning, they'll wet wipe the doors, door frames, doorknobs, light switch plates, ceiling fans if they can reach them, hanging light fixtures, vents, and furniture. They'll also dust furniture, lampshades, and items on the furniture, plus vacuum the tops of the curtains, drapes, and floors. They will wash the hard surface floors. In the bathroom, they'll scrub and dry your sinks, showers, and fixtures, as well as clean and disinfect the interior and exterior of the toilet, high-touch surfaces like faucets and light switches. In addition, they will also clean mirrors and other glass surfaces. Then you can do, like I mentioned before, the more detailed specialty areas that are going to need more attention, like the inside of your oven or the walls. So Maids is going to be best for customized cleaning, especially if you want them to focus on a specific area more than others. And now for the pros and cons of Maids. The pros are the cleaners are background checked and bonded and insured. Each franchise is going to be locally owned. They've been in business for about 40 years and they've grown to cover most of the US. They're in 3 countries total. They're in 45 states plus Washington, D.C., so there's pretty good coverage there. They have their own methods for removing pet hair effectively, so if you've had trouble with that, they've got you covered. You'll get a window of time when the cleaner is likely to arrive. You'll have the option to track their arrival time, so you're not left completely in the dark with a big window of hours they might show. They'll do some decluttering and organizing, but their focus is going to be more on cleaning than anything, and you don't have to sign a contract with them. And then the cons are you have to give up your email address, phone number, and mailing address, not just city and state, before you can get a quote. So that was a lot to give up in advance. They can be expensive. It just depends on the location and house size. And then they have less flexible scheduling options than some others, generally around 7:30 to 5 p.m., but that really just depends on the franchise. So the next option might feel like it's kind of coming out of left field. TaskRabbit. That might not have been the top of mind when you started to look for house cleaning services, but it is an option and it's pretty flexible. The basic house cleaning tasks may include floors, kitchens, bathrooms, dusting, and sweeping. They might be willing to do laundry and dishes. You'll work out the details with the specific tasker that you hire, so there's a lot of variability there. In addition, with TaskRabbit, you might just want to hire somebody who will do deep cleaning for you, which includes baseboards, extra detailed dusting, and so on. There's the option for move-in and move-out cleaning, spring cleaning, for a refresh, or emergency cleaning if you have an event that you didn't have time to clean for, or it just popped up and now you gotta host. So I would say TaskRabbit is best for flexibility and one-off tasks that other companies might not offer alone. So you have a lot, like I said before, a lot of variability with this one, but it's just going to depend on the tasker that you find. The pros with TaskRabbit are you have control over who you hire, so you can base it on price, reviews, whatever you're looking for. You pay through TaskRabbit, so that's easy. This could be one of the less expensive options depending on how big your home is and the size of the task. The average rate's about $33 an hour, but really the price is going to be up to the individual tasker and what you need done. Last minute scheduling isn't as difficult as it might be elsewhere. They pretty much cover everywhere, including small towns that might not be covered by some of the other companies. It's pretty customizable. If you just want somebody to come help you clean your garage or get a handle on the basement so you can turn it into a home gym, they can help you out with that. They also have transparent pricing. And of course, it's got some cons too. The main one is it's kind of riskier. The results are not as guaranteed as they would be if you went through a company that hired people and trained them and background checked them and really made sure that everything was up to their standards. It can kind of feel like the Wild West. There's no help rebooking if your tasker cancels on you. There's less cost predictability since you're paying by the hour, and they might not have their own supplies to bring, so you'll need to ask that first. So any option on this list is going to be good, but the important thing is to find out which one is the best for your task. And if you're looking for outstanding value and you know you're going to be scheduling more than one cleaning, a membership's probably going to be the way to go. It'll save you a lot of money. I would recommend Homeaglow for this one. I think it's the best overall as far as all the criteria that I mentioned at the beginning. If you have a one-time unusual task to do that's not going to fall neatly within any of the other packages from the other companies, you could go with TaskRabbit. You're going to get a lot of flexibility, but it's going to come with a little bit of risk compared to the other options. If you feel like TaskRabbit's almost right, you like their flexibility, but you don't really want the risk of finding your own tasker and then hoping they show up and do a good job, you could go with Handy. That's close. They have all types of appointments available, so many hours. Handy's gonna have you covered from early morning to late at night, so you don't really have to worry about what your schedule's like. And then if you just want a one-time clean but nothing unusual that you would need to find somebody on TaskRabbit for, and you're okay with a less flexible booking schedule, you could try Maid or Maids. Either one's going to be great for you. It's just their schedules tend to be a little bit more condensed during the main part of the day. If you need a deep cleaning, especially if it's just going to be a one-time visit, then I would go with Maids. And then if you need somebody to help you before or after an event, I would go with Maid. The good news is no matter what your cleaning task needs are or the desired frequency of cleanings, there's going to be a perfect match out there for you, and you don't even have to make a phone call to set it up. I hope that helped and you're on your way to a sparkling clean home that feels refreshing and peaceful to spend your time in. If you like videos like this and you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day.